Bada booey, bada bang. Hello, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a video a lot more chill, something a little differently paced. Today I am doing a tier list. Boom, tier list. We are doing a tier list. I've never done this before. I thought it might be interesting. I want to try something a little slower paced, less editing, something more enjoyable. We are doing a tier list of animes that make me want to get into the gym. This is a tier list of animes that hype me up the most, animes that help me work out and want to improve myself. So we have 31 different animes here. Oh my gosh, my camera just disconnected. Oh no. Alright, there we go. The camera just disconnected. We are doing a tier list. I've never done one of these. I haven't really watched videos on these. So I made a tier list of animes that hype me up the most and make me want to work out and get in the gym. And we are going to just start this thing off with 31 different animes I've seen. Most of these animes hype me up in some way, shape, or form, but I tried to throw in a few that don't really hype me up just to kind of mix it up a little bit. So let's just start this off. Okay, so first off right here we have High Rise Invasion. Now, if you haven't seen High Rise Invasion, there's a lot of fan service in it, which I'm not huge on, honestly, but I love the concept. And the concept is these people get randomly transferred to a different world. It looks exactly like theirs. It's in Tokyo. I'm pretty sure it's been a while since I've seen it. And they are on top of tons of skyscrapers and everything that are connected to a bridge. And there's these mass people that come after them and try and kill them. And they're just trying to survive, and they can't get off of these towers. It's like a world of rooftops and rope bridges. And I really like the concept. I think it's really entertaining. It's not the most hyped up, but the sniper mask, if you watch it, it just disconnected again. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay. So it's pretty good anime. If you've seen Sniper Mask, motivates me. He's a really interesting character. The reason this specific anime really hypes me up though is because it's like I got a nerd mindset. I'm like, if I got isekai'd, if I got teleported into this world, would I be ready? Would I be able to survive? Could I run fast enough? Can I carry enough supplies? Could I fight back the masked people? So because of that, it really, honestly, it hypes me up. It gets me excited. So for this, we're going to go with a C, right? And my camera just disconnected again. God, I pray right now that this camera stops disconnecting, Lord. I pray that you bless this video. Let me use it to glorify you. Lord, help this camera out. Let it not disconnect. It's already done it 7 times, Lord. I pray it stops right now. In your name I pray, God. Amen. All right, so the tier list I got, let me explain. Now that I've introduced the first anime, what gets me excited, let me explain my mindset behind this tier list. So for S+, we have Instantly in the Gym. It's an anime that gets me super hyped up. I grab my car keys, get straight into the gym. And this is a very rare occurrence. It doesn't happen a lot. Usually I'll start working out in my house, like right there. I have a barbell with 110 pounds. It's not a ton, but I use it for back rows. Which still isn't a ton, but like I have a ton of weights and weighted vests in my room. I also have a treadmill that God blessed me with. I prayed and he told me to do a Bible study, did a Bible study. Next day, he gave me a treadmill. I have a bike downstairs, and I just have a lot of plates, 25 pounds, 2 weighted vests, stuff like that. So Instantly in the Gym, it's either I go straight to the gym or I get really hyped and start working out at home. Okay, that's S+. That is the cream of the crop. Number 1 anime gets me hyped up. Number 2, A, is push-up level, right? So this is like really excited. I get on the ground, immediately start doing push-ups or start doing crunches. Examples, Demon Slayer spoilers. If you haven't seen it, skip past this. This is a big deal. When Rengoku dies, that was push-up level. That was intense. I watched that with Neanderthal. We were watching it. You're Neanderthal. YouTube's one of my good bros. We were watching it in VR together, and oh my gosh, when I tell you I lost my crap, I lost my crap. I get really worked up over anime. I'll be real. Not a lot makes me cry, but anime for some reason it just really does, man. So when I was watching the movie in VR with my bro, dude, he died, and I was tearing up, and I was getting really hyped from the fight. It was a good fight. So I was on the ground cranking out push-ups, and then Rengoku died, and I was bawling in my headset. It got soaking wet, and I was sweating doing push-ups. I was like, no! Rengoku! Doing push-ups while watching the anime. I love it, right? Number B is hop on the treadmill. So a lot of times, like One Piece and something, if there's an intense fight or something, I get really hyped up. I'm like, I want to be strong like them. So I got a treadmill that God blessed me with. I'll hop on the treadmill and I'll start running or jogging on there while I watch anime. Number C is scarfing down protein. A lot of the times, if someone has like a great physique or there's a really good fight or someone's working out or like getting really strong in the anime, I get super hyped and I'm like, I want that. But a lot of the times I don't have the energy to work out at that moment. So what I'll do is I'll go and cook. I'll cook like a pound of chicken or a pound of ground beef with a ton of cheese and hot sauce, so low calorie, stuff like that. Just get a crap ton of protein in, or I'll get like a giant smoothie like that with 3 scoops of protein, and I'll literally chug it. I'll literally get hyped up to the point where I'm force feeding myself meat and protein because I want those gains, right? Letter D is thinking of my physique. So a lot of shows like Baki, I'm not gonna say it's overhyped, but it doesn't get me really hyped up, but it definitely gets me like, oh man, look at the bicep pop there. Look at his your brachial, not brachialis, but like all these muscles and everything. It's like makes me reflect on how my body looks, how my physique is, and how I need to better position it. And I don't know if I have a decent physique. I'm not incredibly good. I haven't really talked about it. I got some traps going, not a lot. I have bad lighting, but like I don't have a great physique, I got a decent one. I'm also like on the bulk, or I've been on the bulk. I haven't really cut down, but it makes me really think like, okay, I need to get lean. I need to get lean. I need to start working hard again because I haven't been working out as much as I should. E is zoned out. So this is like, it's a good anime. It's not got me hyped. It's got me just like binging the anime. It's not making me want to work out. It's not really thinking about anything fitness wise. I'm kind of just zoned out binging the anime, Straight napping is F, and this is the anime it's good, but it's not good enough for me to stay awake. I'm sleepy a lot. I don't know why. It's kind of an issue, but no, I'll just fall asleep while I watch it. No energy, no nothing. I'm just straight napping. So now that we have the scale laid out, I think that's how people do it. Let's go ahead and get into this. So we already talked about High-Rise Invasion. High-Rise Invasion hypes me up. It makes me think, if I got sent to this world, could I survive? And because of that, I wouldn't say it's not instantly in the gym. It's not push-up level. Scarfing down protein, most definitely. But I feel like it would go and B, hop on the treadmill. Because these guys have to run a lot. And that kind of is like, yeah, man, like I want to be able to run too. If I need to run for my life, I need to be able to do that. So for that reason, I give it a B, hop on the treadmill. Number 2, we have JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, come on, y'all. I know it's overplayed. JoJo's Bizarre Adventures are really good. There's definitely some parts it's a little sus, like the cherry scene. Whew. But it's still a pretty good anime. They all have really good physiques. Obviously, it's over proportioned and stuff, but it's good. It's not my number 1 pick. It is a show I like, and there are some fight scenes that definitely get me hyped up. So because of that, it'd probably be in between of thinking of my Seek and scarfing down protein. I'm gonna go with thinking of my physique. It's been a long time since I've seen it too. Season 2 was my favorite, honestly. Yeah, it was. But we're gonna just go with thinking of my physique. It's not hype enough to really work out, but it is really good. Number 3, we have Cyberpunk Edge Runner. Now, man, Cyberpunk. Once again, I'm not a big fan service kind of guy, honestly. I like a lot of action in my animes, or I like seeing stuff go down. I like seeing self-improvement. That's why I like anime so much. So Cyberpunk, by the end of the anime, it really makes you just reflect and think about life. It's a great anime. It's a beautiful anime. It has a lot of really pretty colors, which I really enjoy. But it doesn't really motivate me to get in the gym, push-up level. I don't want to put it at zoned out. It's an anime that makes you want to binge it, honestly, and it does motivate you. By the end of the show, it strengthens your resolve, like once you watch it all, you're like, for me personally, after watching it, it kind of like made me feel depressed and really sad. But I was also like, it strengthened my resolve. Like, this is the main character's life. This is how it went wrong. My life is not that wrong. So, like, I need to straighten up and do more with my life, you know? So, it strengthened my resolve, but I don't think it motivated me to go to the gym. So, for that, I'm going to put it in zone out because it was a great anime. And it didn't motivate me to go to the gym, but I kind of just zoned out and binged it. You know, really good show. Number 4 is Haikyuu. If you've seen Haikyuu, it's a great anime. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. Honestly, it's been like a couple years since I've watched most of these animes. Haikyuu is really good. It's about volleyball. This short character, which I could like relate to at the time, because at the time I watched a lot of these animes. I was 12. At the age of 12, I was like 5'5", 250 pounds. So I was like a honker kid, you know. So a lot of these animes really motivated me to start working out. So Haikyuu was pretty big on that list because like he was short like me and I felt like relatable. This was before I started working out though. But it did motivate me to look into taking volleyball and being more physical. So back then, I don't know about now, but then it was around push-up level because there was definitely some scenes that like really hyped me up, and little me got on the floor and struggled to do like 3 push-ups, but he did 3 push-ups because there's some really good scenes in there. I really like it. The next anime, I don't, what is that one? Hold on. Oh, yeah. That's Black Clover. Sorry, the images are really small. I need my glasses. One sec. I'd just like to say real quick that my camera wouldn't stop disconnecting, and now it's working perfectly after I prayed. I thank you, God. He's a good God. He'll fix everything for you, bro. Okay, so we got Black Clover. Oh, my goodness. Black Clover, man. It is a good anime. The issue is it doesn't pick up till you're like 70 episodes deep is when it picks up, which is really, really tough. 50. It'll tell you like 50 episodes deep or something. Now, this anime definitely motivates me, but I like seeing someone's progress, which you kind of get to see with the main character Asta. Honestly, bro reminds me of me a little bit. Like, I feel like I can relate to Asta a bit. I really like him in that aspect. But also, it's like, I like seeing people slowly get stronger and jacked, but he was like instantly jacked already. You know, it's like, yeah, he's the underdog, but it's not so much of that. It's like he was the underdog and he has worked really hard, but he kind of just got these powers in a sense. Like he was the underdog, he still kind of is. He is because he doesn't have magic. I don't want to spoil it that much either. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it's like we already saw he was strong and we knew he was putting in a ton of work, but we didn't get to see. Like, we know he's obsessed with working out and everything, but I feel like they didn't emphasize that a lot. Like, there's a lot of points where he's like, oh, I can get on a break, let me do some push-ups. And he's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's like cranking it out to like 1,000 push-ups. But I feel like we didn't get to see that a lot. So there is definitely some hype parts, but this would definitely go into scarfing down protein. There's been a lot of times where I'm watching the anime and it hypes me up and I'm like, okay, I want to get big and strong like Asta or their captain. So I want to eat protein, you know. So in that aspect, I'm gonna put it in scarfing down protein. All right, now next off is Demon Slayer. Oof, mamma mia. It is a really good anime. I love Demon Slayer. Definitely feel like there's some seasons that are lacking. The Sword Smith arc, didn't really like it. The newest season, the Hashira training, it was a good ending. It ended really strong. But I was really honestly disappointed in the Hashira training. My favorite things in animes are training arcs. I love seeing the people get stronger, and we didn't get to see that with the Hashira training arc. Like, we saw it a little bit, but it's like, you know, when he went, I'm spoiling here, so be warned, I'm about to spoil. When he did, like, with the Mist Hashira, where he had to learn how to, like, relax his muscles and then hit, we didn't get to see a lot of that training. Like, we just saw them fight here and there, and then it went to the next person, you know? And with, like, Yumi is her name, the Hashira of Love, it was training to stretch, you know, like, get really flexible and limber, which I think is awesome. Like, I think that's something a lot of people don't focus on. I used to do a lot of stretching. I need to do it more, but I'm still more flexible than most people. used to, before I started working out, I couldn't even see my toes. And now I'm to the point where when I'm leaning over to touch my toes, I can go bare knuckles to the ground, which is a huge accomplishment. It's still not the best. There's better. But I think stretching is a lot more important than people act. So I was really happy to see them put stretching in there. But I wish it kind of emphasized it more. Like, we saw they went through hell, cause, like, the way she just stretched them out. But I wish we saw, like, a routine or, like, a dieting or different kinds of stretching and everything. Same with, like, the Win Hashra. We knew he was beating the crap out of him, but we got to see them fight, and that was kind of it. And I feel like that's how most of the arcs were. Like, it felt like they were skimming over it. I wish that each Hashra would have got, like, 2 whole episodes of seeing their routines and what they're doing. Not only to get to know the Hashra more, but to understand their fighting style and how their training is going to help Tanjiro and the other Demon Slayers. So I was a little disappointed in that. Strong ending. The Entertainment District. Holy cow. That slapped. That really motivated me so much. It was really good. The first season also really motivated me. When I first saw it, I had cried 7 times in the first 6 episodes. When I tell you this anime pulls on my heartstrings, I'm not trying to overhype it, but I'm just saying, for me personally, because I have a big family. I'm a family of 7. I don't act like a family guy, especially not around my family, but I am. I love my siblings to death. I love my parents to death. We fight a lot, but I really love them. So, like, the whole thing where it's like his family was getting killed, it was like, oh, it pulled, man. I tell you, it pulled on something. This anime I cried a lot for, but it really did hype me up. It hyped me up seeing him train in the mountains in the first season and everything. I actually learned diaphragm breathing because I was like, oh, breathing techniques, that's cool. And then I, like, in a video, someone offhandedly mentioned how breath control like that actually worked, and I was like, what? So I kind of looked into it, and it led me to just diaphragm breathing. And since then, I've done diaphragm breathing for several years, for the most part. But normally we breathe through our upper lungs, right? And we're supposed to breathe through our lower lungs in our diaphragm, like in our stomach. And when we're kids, when we're babies, we breathe through our stomach. But then there's a certain point around like 3 to 5 where we just, for some reason, start breathing through our upper lungs. So I started training that, which might be cringe, but I was smaller. I think I was like 14 at the time. But I'd lay down on my floor and I'd put the book. I'd put like a Bible or several books on my stomach, and I'd really focus on breathing through my stomach and not my upper lungs. And then, like, at one point I started putting weights on my stomach, so I put like 25-pound weights. And I just focus on breathing through my diaphragm, through my stomach breathing. It's supposed to help, like, with recovery and everything, which is really crazy. But there's, like, a lot of health benefits to it. So for that, Demon Slayer, super hyped. I just have a lot of history with Demon Slayer. The movie, which I can't remember, it is a Smith arc movie. I watched that with a lot of my gym bros. Back when I first started working out, there was, like, me and 8 guys. We'd work out every night. I loved it. I miss it. We all kind of drifted off here and there. But we did that for like a year, and we always quoted Demon Slayer together, like, push past your limits, or that's my hero, but that's one we did. But a lot of it was set your heart ablaze. We quoted that all the time. For my 15th birthday, my mom made me a shirt, or 16th birthday, my mom made me a shirt that says set your heart ablaze, and then it's got like a little fire in the back. So we quoted that all the time. So for the Smith arc movie, me and the gym bros, we all went to a movie and watched it together. So I just have a lot of history. This one's going instantly in the gym. This anime hypes me up. I've worked out a ton to it. I was kind of upset with the Hashira arc, and the Sword Smith arc left a little to be desired compared to the Entertainment District, but I feel like both of those were kind of build-ups for what's to come. So I'm hoping there's a great payoff, but it's definitely an S tier instantly in the gym. Next off, we have Bubble, which, let me pull up a better... Bubble is a beautiful show. It's an anime, but it's a show. It's not a series. Bubble is about, like, this part in Tokyo gets flooded in a giant bubble, and it floods all of Tokyo. Everyone has to, like, leave it. And it's about this one main character who can hear the bubble singing from a tower. So, like, he goes to explore it. And I won't spoil it. Amazing anime. I used to take parkour classes Back when I took parkour classes, I was super fat though and couldn't do a lot. But I have the knowledge now and the body, so I like doing parkour here and there. But it's about parkour, and it's like really hype because I'm huge into post-apocalyptic. I'm huge into like the world is destroyed. I do a lot of abandoned building exploring. I have a dedicated backpack. I do it all the time. I have like the city I live in, I have underground mapped out via tunnels. Like I love doing it, you know. And this anime meshes the parkour that most animes just don't do, you know, and the kind of post-apocalyptic feel into one. And it's not post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic, it's just this one section of Tokyo is just like gone and flooded. But they do like parkour tag for turf and for material. And just seeing it really motivates me because it's like, man, I would want to live there, you know, if I was in that world, just parkour all day. And it motivates me to like, can I move like that? Am I able to do the things they do, you know? And I want to be able to be like the people in that anime. So because of that, it's not scarfing down protein. It doesn't make me want to fix my physique, you know? It doesn't gym motivation, but it's definitely hop on the treadmill. Because it makes me want to run. It makes me want to do parkour, stuff like that, you know? So that one, Bubble, beautiful anime, really pretty, good music. It's an overall gorgeous anime. I really like it. Next up, Hunter x Hunter. Oh boy, I don't know if I've talked about Hunter x Hunter. I have like 3 Hunter x Hunter shirts. I have Hisoka earrings. I got a hoodie. Hunter x Hunter, favorite anime. Definitely top 3, you know? Maybe top 1. I watched it when I was 12. First ever anime I watched was Sword Art Online, but another anime that really got me into anime, really fall in love with the gym as well, was Hunter x Hunter. And I'm going to talk a lot about this one, just like I did Demon Slayer. Hunter x Hunter genuinely changed my life, which sounds cringe saying a cartoon, or, you know, not a cartoon, but an anime changed my life, but oh my gosh, did it change my life. So when I watched Hunter x Hunter, I was around 12, right? And, you know, my fitness journey fell off several times. It was on and off. I really started going after it 2 years ago. But Hunter x Hunter really kind of helped start that. And the reason being is the main character, Gon, was my age at the time. So I really felt like this 12-year-old is doing what I wish I could do. So why am I not doing it? So Hunter x Hunter, it motivates me. Even now, going back and watching it, it hypes me up so freaking much. And it's like, it's not, the storytelling's not horrible. Like, it's pretty good. The music isn't the best. It's kind of repetitive, but I love the music. It still hypes me up. The art styles, it's okay. It's not phenomenal. But it's just like seeing this young boy, which I'd say young, but he used to be my age, you know? So now it's weird. I'm 18 now. But back then he was my age. Seeing him improve himself, and we really get to see the improvement. It's not like just a spike in skill. It is a steady slope, like a steady uphill battle, too, of him getting to see him strong, and that motivated me so much. It helped me get into the gym. I actually started sneaking into the gym. You had to be 13, but I was 12, so it actually got me sneaking in the gym. It got me running. It got me starting to try and do push-ups. It really started my whole journey, so that's instantly in the gym. Amazing anime. I'm a huge sucker for like gamifying your fitness. So Greed Island specifically really hyped me up. So did Heaven's Arena. I just love the idea of like a giant tower that you have to brawl to get to the top to. Like, if I was rich, I would genuinely make things like Greed Island and like Heaven's Arena. That's why I want to get rich, is to make stuff like that. Oh, I forgot an anime. I'll get to that later. Next anime is Seven Seed. Now, if you've seen Seven Seed, it's really interesting anime. There's some awkward parts that kind of gross me out, but it's like the concept is the entire world just went to crap. Like meteors, earthquakes, tsunami, the whole world was destroyed. And it's about there's different pods of people that like were sent into like cypress sleep, like a deep sleep. I don't remember what you call it. And they woke up once the world was safe. So they're kind of trying to survive in this new world and repopulate, if you will. But there's definitely some scenes that really hype me up. It's a sad anime. It got me crying a few times, I won't lie. But like the thought, once again, this is my thought process. It's like if I got isekai'd, or if I got like went in a deep sleep and woke up and it was a whole new world, could I survive? Would I be strong enough? Would I have the natural skills and or trained skills to survive in this new world? And because of that, it does honestly really hype me up. You know, it's like this is almost a push-up level at parts. It's not instantly in the gym. Scarfing down protein, not quite. I put this at push-up level. There's definitely points where it got me lifting weights, and it is a really sad anime. It's gory too. It's for an older audience, if you ask me personally. But it is a really good one. There's parts where it gets me doing push-ups, you know. It gets me thinking, would I survive if I was transferred to another world? And because of that, it gets such a high score. It's really good. Next one is Dr. Stone. Okay, so Dr. Stone I have an interesting history with. So when I watched Dr. Stone, I don't know like the plot or anything. I watched to like season 2, but I watched it while I was trying to learn Japanese. So I listened to it in Japanese without subtitles while I run on a treadmill. So it's like really confusing because I have no idea what any of them are saying. It was a good anime. I'd like to revisit it. There was definitely parts that got me hyped up. Like they bring back one guy. So I don't know if you know the concept of it. I kind of don't either. It's like everyone got frozen to stone for some reason, and he was stuck for like several hundred years as stone, and Dr. Stone woke up one day, and then he's like trying to fix the world kind of thing, or domination. I don't really know. He's trying to wake up from the stone. He wakes his friend up. But they wake this one guy up who's like used to be a boxer, and he's like absolutely jacked. And that's kind of motivating. It's motivating because once again, it's like, okay, if that happened to me, if I just got frozen in stone and woke up hundreds of years later, could I survive? It's like, that's just how I think. And it'd be no, I probably could not survive. I would not be able to survive. I don't know how to hunt well or anything. But because of that, it is a really good anime. I'm going to put this one in Zoned Out, though, because it was a good anime, but it's one like I wanted to binge to find out what's going to happen. I'm also a huge science nerd. I love science. So watching an anime that's kind of based around science and everything, it got me pretty hyped up. But that's going in there. What is it? In Zone Out. Okay, what's this next anime? That is what is that? Hold on. Yeah, I think that's Full Metal. No, that's Vinland Saga. Okay, it's hard to read these. Okay, this next one, this is Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, that's Full Metal Alchemist. I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist in a long time. I watched this maybe when I was 11, maybe 10, honestly. Great anime, though. It's really, really good. I don't want to put this in... I'd put this lower. It's been so long since I've watched it. I wasn't really working out. I love the main characters. It's about two brothers, and I'm really close to my brother. So in that aspect, it's kind of like, yeah, like resolve your vigor. I'm not going to put it in any of these. Honestly, I'm going to put it in straight napping. It's like a really good anime, but it's an anime I think I'd put on when I'm trying to relax. It's like... It's not necessarily background noise. I've just seen it several times when I was younger. So it's something I'd like put on while I'm cleaning my room, you know. Like great anime, not trying to diss it or anything. I do really like it. It's still one of my top favorite animes, but I'm going to put it in straight napping. No offense, sorry if I offended anyone. Just, you know, I don't know. It's not like binge worthy cuz I've seen it a couple times over, but it's straight napping. It's like it's a good anime, but it doesn't get me in the gym, you know, and that's what we're going for right now. All right, next up, Hajime no Ippo. This anime. Oh my gosh. This anime is something else. If you watch Hajime no Ippo and you don't get pumped up to go to the gym, there's something wrong with you. Like, genuinely something wrong with you. Hajime no Ippo, I loved. It got me into boxing. I got boxing gloves. They're like right over there because of this anime. I got boxing classes, but then kind of fell through. Stuff happened, so I couldn't take them. But it really got me wanting to go take boxing, and I'm still really interested in it. Just like the only boxing gym is like 30 minutes away. I don't want to drive that. It's in a really crazy part of like traffic's horrible there. Hajime no Ippo though, when I watched this, it was a new experience for me. I had a new job where I worked daily. And I can't get days off, and I start working daily next month. I'm kind of scared again, because I love my late nights, and it's an early morning job, so I got to go to bed like at 10, and I like staying up to 1, just because it's when it's quiet. But Hajime no Ippo, what I do is I would go to work on stage for like 2 hours where I'm running around the whole time, and then I'd come home, I'd do intermittent fasting, I'd immediately hop on the treadmill, and I'd run for like 30 minutes, but I'd run like full drenched in sweat, like an intense run, and then I'd immediately stretch on that stretching mat for like 15 minutes, and then I'd take a cold shower, and then I'd eat. And I did that like for 3 months straight. But Ippo, I wasn't allowed to watch Ippo unless I was on the treadmill. That was kind of my promise to myself with Ippo. It was really hype. I still really like it. It's kind of to the point where I stopped watching it. I got really deep in it, but it's like when I watch it now, I'm like, what's going on again? Like, he's in the middle of a fight. I kind of forgot. But like the fights and everything just really motivate me, because you genuinely get to see someone getting stronger and improving themselves, and just the character growth and everything, just really motivational. So this is definitely instantly in the gym. It is a great anime. It pumps me up. It gets me going. It makes me want to work out. Makes me want to improve. I watched it, and I went back and watched like episode 1 with somebody, and it's like you could genuinely see he didn't have as much muscle. Like he wasn't as strong as he is in the episodes I'm in later in the series. So it's really cool to see an anime really pushing on he got stronger and he looks like it too. So great anime because of that. Baki Hanma is next off. Baki is a great anime. It doesn't motivate me to go to the gym though. I'll be real. I love all the fighting and everything. I'm not going to say it's overhyped. It's just, it doesn't hype me up like it hypes everybody else up, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just doesn't really get me going in the gym. It makes me think about my physique and want to get stronger. I love watching all the fighting and everything, but it kind of feels like, I saw a meme once and it's been stuck in my head, and it's like someone was narrating in the Baki voice, and it's like, Jeff has trained his whole life to do this one thing, this one exercise, this one attack he's so good at. But too bad, because George, who he's fighting, has trained harder. Or it's like, after hearing that meme, it was kind of like, oh yeah, it's like two little kids that's like, oh yeah, well, I have superpowers and an impenetrable force field. And then some other kid's like, yeah, well, my T-Rex eats force field dogs. Name that movie reference. It kind of feels like that. It's still really good. I'm not insulting it. Don't come after me, Baki fandom. That's just my opinion on it. I still watch it a lot, but this would go in thinking of my physique. It doesn't get me working out, but it makes me think about my body and like I want to look like these guys. And I listen to a lot of Baki edits in the gym. You know, don't get me wrong. I listen to a lot of Baki edits in the gym. It just doesn't get me motivated to work out as much. So. Next off, we have Dan Da Dan. Oh man, Dan Da Dan is funny. Some fan service in there, but it is a funny anime. It is a beautiful anime, honestly. I think it has some really good story writing. I haven't watched all of it. I have a few more episodes. It doesn't make me want to do push-ups. It doesn't make me instantly go to the gym. It kind of makes me scarf down protein. It gets me thinking of my physique for sure. It is really motivational, honestly. I think I'd put it a C. Yeah, it'd definitely be a C. It's a great anime. Could not recommend more. It's really motivational seeing one of the main characters like do push-ups and stuff. I don't know, just there's something about seeing someone start their gym journey for the first time that's like so invigorating. It strengthens my resolve. It's like makes me think back when I first started going to the gym. I wanted it so bad, bro, to be strong. Which I need to get back to, that like I do push-ups in Walmart. Like I have videos of where I just put my phone down, because I was doing a challenge with my friend where I did 100 push-ups, sit-ups, and crunches every single day. And the loser had to pay like $500. And we did that for like over a year, every single day. We didn't miss a single day. But I have videos of me like doing push-ups in Walmart, and my mom's like, Asher, cut it out, and stuff like that. And Dan Da Dan kind of makes me just remember when I first started. Great anime, has some really hype scenes, but I put it at scarfing down protein. And not the whole time, but there's definitely points where it's like motivational, so it makes me want to get some protein, you know, get some gains in. So it's a pretty good one. Next off is Eden's Zero. Now, Eden Zero, it's been a long time since I've watched it. I remember at the time, though, it got me pretty hyped up. And Eden Zero is kind of like, there's a boy who lives on a planet of, like, robots, pretty much. And his grandpa was a robot and died. And he's trying to get to the center of the universe because there's, like, a wish he can get there. But he has some, like, strong abilities. It's a cool anime. It's something I need to revisit because they released more seasons of. I just watched all of it at the point. I think it put me at thinking of my physique because I definitely remember there was times that hyped me up, but it wasn't like super hype. Now that I'm thinking about it, Don Da Don is also going to go thinking of my physique. No, Don Da Don's going and zoned out. I'll be real. I'm revisiting that one. Don Da Don is great. It makes me just want to binge it though, not really work out. Eden Zero got me thinking of my physique, but not really doing anything. I like to improve myself. So, next off is Jujutsu Kaisen. If you have not seen Jujutsu Kaisen, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, come on. Jujutsu Kaisen's a really good one. Great storytelling. This one, there's definitely some scenes, bro. Whew, there's definitely some scenes. This one's definitely in scarfing down protein. It might be a little higher, but I don't know. There was definitely several times in Jujutsu Kaisen where, like, I just got up and cooked like a literal pound, if not more, of ground beef, and would just binge eat because it really hyped me up. It was, and the reason it's not higher is because it was so good. I didn't want to put it down and start working out. A lot of the times I like put it on my monitor, but most time I'm watching anime, I'm watching it on my phone. I'm not like on Netflix or something. And this was a phone anime for the most part. So because of that, it's going and scarfing down protein. Now, there was a few times, like 3 or 4 times, where it got really hyped and I started working out in my room. But for the most part, it's like it was just binge worthy. It was a really good anime. It almost zoned out is more like binge when I put something in zoned out in E. But it was just a little too good, honestly, to the point where I didn't work out as much. I just read about it, you know. So it's going and scarfing down protein. Jujutsu Kaisen, amazing anime. My older brother's finally watching it, and he's like, dude, it's so good. I'm like, I know. I listen to a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen edits. Same with Cyberpunk edits and Hunter x Hunter X edits. All great, you know. Most of my gym stuff is edits. Next off is Lookism. Now, this isn't an anime. It's Korean, but... So, this is Lookism. Lookism, right? Oh, when I tell you it's cringe... I tell you it's cringe. Like, this is a really cringe anime. I just saw it on Netflix one day. It is really, really cringe. But this fat guy's the main character. I'm spoiling it. This fat guy's the main character. And, like, the whole point is he gets bullied. And he's like, I wish I looked better. And then he wakes up looking like this handsome hunk right here. And it's like... It is a really cringe anime. Like, I genuinely catch myself cringing at points. It's not, like, the best story writing and everything. But there's just something about it, man, that really motivates me and gets me hyped up. Like, and I think it's, like, I used to look how he looked when he was fat. Like, his fat version of him. I used to look like that. So maybe it's just, it hits close to home, you know, because I used to be like, I wish I was taller, I wish I looked better, and I'm still short, I'm stuck at 5'7", but like I have a better physique now, I'm more confident in my body, I'm happy with what I can do now, and I'm not completely content, like I still wish I was more flexible, that I had better stamina and everything like that. Because there's definitely times where I'm just out of breath for some reason. But a lot of times I'm in a lot better shape than what I used to be, definitely. And I'm in better shape than a lot of other people, which is good. You know, some people like can't get in shape because of health issues. And I'm blessed enough to be in the position where I can. I have a weird issue where I pass out a lot in the gym. But I've always just literally worked out through it. I've passed out and then stand back up and keep working out. But Lookism, it definitely gets me hyped up. Anytime I watch an episode, I have like 2 episodes left. I'm trying to watch it really slow, but I'll usually end up doing crunches. Not push-ups, but crunches. But that's definitely an instantly in the gym. I don't know what it is. It's super cringy. It's like an anime I don't really tell people about because it's kind of embarrassing that I watch it. I'll be real. But it really hypes me up, man. I don't know what it is. It just really, it makes me want to look better, you know. It makes me want to improve myself. It's a good anime, you know, or Korean. It's Korean. I don't know what you call this, but it's just really good. I really like it. So it's definitely going in instantly in the gym. Next up, we have Naruto. Naruto, I haven't watched Naruto in a long time. I have 3 manga books. I have 1, 2, and 3 of the manga. Naruto, I don't think I ever made it past like season 3. I like retried watching it 4 or 5 times, and I'd always make it to season 3 and just quit because there's so much filler. It was hype though. It's not instantly in the gym. I never remember doing push-ups. It probably put me in thinking of my physique, if not zoned out or binging, you know. I wish I was in that world. It motivates me. It is a good motivator. It's like, man. So something I think about a lot, or I used to tell my brother all the time, especially with Hunter x Hunter, is, man, if I was in that world, I'd be so strong. Man, if I could use like the Rasengan and all that stuff, like I would be so strong. I'd do it all the time. The only thing I do is train. And my brother I was like, I'd be like the most powerful person ever. And my brother just looked at me one day and he said, would you? Cause what if you were in that world? You'd probably be saying the same thing you're saying now. He said, you're in this world. You have the same opportunity. Why aren't you taking it? And that's like, whoo! I mentioned to him that like 4 years later. That really motivated me to start working out and improving myself. And he just said, really? I don't know. I just kind of said that. And it's like, no, like that one sentence, would you work out? Or would you tell yourself the same thing? Like, oh, if I was in a different world, I'd be so strong. And that really strengthened my resolve. I've used that word a lot, but that really built up my spirit. It was like, you know what? You're dang right. Would I? Or would I use the same excuse of, oh, if I was in a different world, I'd be so strong. And Naruto is kind of like that. Like, I feel like, oh, I trained jujitsu so hard and I'd become like Hokage. But what and it's a good anime. I'd put this probably in scarfing down protein. It's been a long time. I wasn't working out a lot when I watched it. I think it hyped me up a lot more now than it used to. But it'd probably stay at a C, scarfing down protein. It's a good anime. But it's like, I wasn't too into working out at that time. It's still a great anime though. Next up is One Piece. Oh my gosh, One Piece. It is... I have a very interesting love-hate relationship with One Piece. So, I was a One Piece hater for a long time. I just thought it was so dumb that it was so long. I was like, no way. I said literally for years, no way I'm watching that. It's way too long. I ain't watching all that crap. Like, no way. And my best friend, Neanderthal, he tried getting me to watch it several times. He loved it. He always swore it was amazing. I was like, no way I'm watching that. Bull crap. And it's like around a point where I watched so many animes, I had nothing else to watch. It was like last year. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm tired of like all these short animes, because most of the animes I watch are like 12 episodes, or just 2 seasons. They're really short. I watch a lot of underground animes. And I was like, you know what? I need something that I can just watch for a while, kind of watch in the background. And it was One Piece. I was like, I'll finally give it a shot. So when I started One Piece, it was like, I have 2 monitors, right? One there and one there. It was kind of an anime where I'd play on my second monitor and I'd like play Minecraft. Or I'd like clean my room. And it went from like just playing Minecraft to like glancing over here and there, just not really watching it, kind of zoning out, to like, okay, that's pretty good, to pausing my game, to watching it, to just binging One Piece the whole time. It's like, I hated One Piece. And then once I got like so deep in it, because it takes a while to pick up, but once it picks up, it's like, holy smokes, it's like, it's so long, so I didn't want to watch it. But now that it's so long, I'm so happy I did. Because it's so long, you can truly see the character growth. Like, I'm on episode 733 now. So I'm deep in One Piece at this point. But it's like, if I watch that episode and go back to the first episode, the characters are completely different. Like, they're not even the same people. They've had so much character development, physically and mentally. It's just astonishing. And it's like, every single character has growth. Like, something they just showed again is there was like a mini villain who was only in like 4 or 5 episodes. The episodes are really long, which are really annoying. It just plays things on repeat. And another reason I didn't want to watch it is because the quality was super low, but the quality gets really good. It was old, so at the time when they first made it. But there's like a villain that was back in some of the beginning episodes that you kind of forgot about. And you didn't really think about him. He was like within the first 100 episodes, but now we're 700 episodes deep and he shows up again. And like, he's went through character development. It's like every single person in One Piece goes through character development. So like your favorite character could be someone you see in like episode 50. And then by like episode 900, you're going to see him again. And like, he actually has a story. Like he actually went through Cap. And you get to see how he's developed as like a man or a woman. And because of that, it's really good. There's definitely parts where it's just zoned out. But there's definitely parts where it's got me instantly in the gym or doing push-ups. So it's rounded. Because there's definitely some more boring parts, you know. Like I just watched the Doflamingo fight. I watched it like within the span of a month. Like it's like I'll get on it and watch several episodes and then I won't do anything. But it was kind of mid. It didn't hype me up. It wasn't mid, but it didn't hype me up. There's definitely parts that really get me excited. Usually when I'm watching One Piece, I'm cleaning while I watch it. Like I'll watch it on my phone and I'll watch it while running or cleaning or like mowing and stuff. But it is straight gas. It's really good. So it's definitely an A push-up level. There's definitely points where it's a straight S. There's points where it's an F. You know, it's really woo. But it is really gas. It's super motivational. Love One Piece. Great anime. Next up is Shaman King, which Shaman King I had never heard of until I went on a vacation and I just downloaded a bunch of animes on Netflix to binge while I was driving because it was like a 5-hour drive. So I just binged Shaman King. Great anime. I really liked it. I didn't know it was popular. And then some people was like, oh yeah, it was like, I watched Shaman King when I was a kid instead of Pokemon. And I was like, oh, shoot, that's cool. I watched Pokemon, like, and Stampy. Okay, Minecraft guy. Shaman King though, it was really good. It honestly, it motivated me. It was like this kid's getting stronger. It's kind of hype. So because of that, it's going on a hop on the treadmill. Actually, no. Let me think about this. It was motivational. It was binge worthy. It made me think of my physique. It didn't make me want to look better, but it made me want to get stronger. And that's a difference between a lot of these animes. Like lookism up here, it makes me want to look better and be good at fighting. Ippo, Hunter x Hunter, makes me want to just be stronger, you know? So Shaman King, it's probably going to go. And I feel like it's a D, thinking of my physique. It made me scarf down a lot of protein, but I don't want to put it that high. It was a great anime. I think if I rewatched it, it would be better. But it hyped me up. It was a really good anime. I really recommend it. I think it's like a kids anime. I don't know, but I thought it was really good. So and it's my scale. So haha. All right, next off. I'm almost out of tea. Hold on. So much talking. My bad. Next off, Record of Ragnarok. Oh boy, this is a good anime right here. If you haven't seen Record of Ragnarok, I think it's a Netflix exclusive. But Record of Ragnarok hypes me up. It's literally nothing but combat. It's so good. And like all these jacked guys. But Ragnarok it's an old, it's mythology. It's when the gods, which the fake gods, fight against the human of mankind, and if if mankind wins, we can survive longer. The Valkyrie will help mankind. All that jazz. Great anime. It's the humans' strongest warriors fighting against the gods, and it's just I'm a big mythology fan. I just think it's all really interesting, and getting to see such brutally brilliant combat was so motivating. It made me tear up with that Liquid Man pride. Like, when you're so excited, you're, like, tearing up, and you're like, yeah, keep fighting! Come on, man! Don't give up! Record of Ragnarok is that show. It made me binge it a lot. I don't think it made me work out a ton. It definitely made me scarf down a lot of protein. Like, just ground beef, bro. With some tomatoes, But it was so good. Like, one of the first fights you get to see, and I'm going to spoil, was Zeus versus Adam. Which, Adam, the first man on earth that God created, who ate the apple of Eden. But it was like all the humans were cheering him on because like the first man ever made. They're like, come on, father, because he's everyone's father. Win it for us, And that was really motivational. It was also motivational because I felt like Adam was accurate. Because, you know, if you look at genes and everything, as people breed or dogs breed, they get weaker. So it's like how strong we are compared to how strong Adam would have been, the first man. He would have been like a bloody Hulk, if not better, you know? Because right now, if we look at our grandparents' testosterone levels, they had double the testosterone as we have right now. So like if I wanted what my grandpa had his testosterone level at, I would have to hop on steroids, which isn't natural. But it's also because of our health and everything's declining, microplastics in the air, not natural foods. We are a lot weaker than we used to be. So like the Adam fight specifically pumped me up so much because it was like how much stronger would we be in the original, like the first generation made by God. So that really hyped me up. Record of Ragnarok, I'd probably put that on a hop on the treadmill, or no, it'd be a push-up level. You know, I'm gonna put it on a hop on the push-up level. It wasn't instantly in the gym. It was binging a lot. It made me eat a lot of protein. There was definitely a few times where I whipped out the dumbbells and started doing hammer curls, bicep curls, tricep overhead, all that jazz. It's really good anime, good quality stuff. I like it. It's a great anime. Next off, we have redo of the Oh, my bad. We have Rising of the Shield Hero. There we go. Rising of the Shield Hero. It's kind of a shame where it's going. First season slapped, my brother, and it really ticked me off too. I've never had an anime make me so mad before. Rising of the Shield Hero makes me so mad, and I won't talk about it. I recommend you watch it. Great anime. But it really made me mad. I'll be real. It really ticked me off there. But it was a great anime. The issue gets resolved in the anime. But it's about like this character who gets transported to a different world, and there's the 4 cardinal heroes. There's a spear hero, sword hero, bow hero, and the shield hero. And the issue with the shield hero is, first of all, the king hates the shield hero because of past things. There was a different shield hero. So when he recruits people, like no one joins the shield hero except one girl. And the shield hero can't fight back because it's a shield, and he needs his squad mates to become strong. And then the girl he teams up with ends up just robbing him and slandering his name. So he's alone and like can't level up. So it's hard, but I feel like the majority of the issues of the anime get resolved in the first season. Hypes me up. It's like a whole game thing where he has to level up and stuff, which I'm an absolute sucker for. Like leveling up, I'm like, heck yeah. I've posted several videos on it, I think on this channel, but I was working on an app to gamify working out, and it's still my dream to make that app a reality. I don't have the experience, and I can't code for crap. I've tried so many times, I just can't do it. But it's definitely a dream. Like if I get money, when I get money, if I hit it big or when I hit it big, I'm definitely making an app like that where you can level up based off of your strength and like a dungeon and everything. But Raising the Shield Hero hypes me up because of that. Season 2 sucked. Season 3 sucked. It kind of upsetting. It felt rushed. I don't know. It felt like season 2 and 3 were filler. And I'm pretty sure with season 2, even the manga creator said, yeah, it kind of sucks. So it was kind of just a shame. Like, I hope it picks back up. I hope it reaches what it was at level 1, at season 1, when it was the most hype. I hope it gets back to that, because it was really good. So season 1, honestly, would be push-up level, but because of season 2 and 3, it'd probably think about my physique. It makes me want to get stronger. It makes me want to be stronger, because it's like, once again, if I got isekai'd in that world, could I survive? Probably not. So because of that, it'd be thinking of my physique. I want to get stronger so I could survive like that. I think it'd be dope to get isekai'd, but I'd miss my friends and family, so not really, because no, I don't want to get isekai'd. Next up, we got Sword Art Online. I got history with Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is similar to Hunter x Hunter in the way it changed my life. I think Sword Art Online was the first anime that got me addicted to anime. And because of that, it changed my life. Because look at all these animes I've watched. These are just animes that motivate me, you know. Great stuff, you know. It's like Hunter x Hunter. It did change my life. Sword Art Online, I watched it when I was really young. I was probably like 10, maybe 9 at the time of watching it. So watching it now, going back, it's like, kind of not as good as I remember it. It's rushed. The manga's better. I've read it, parts of it at least. Played VR because of it, but it feels rushed now, kind of clanked together. And then the fairy one after it, season 2. That's not bad either. I don't know, Gun Gale Online, not bad either. Alicization, however you pronounce it, the newer one, it's pretty hype. It's a lot prettier. It's not as rushed. It takes its time. It's better paced, still not peak, but it's still pretty good. But Sword Art Online, I gotta give a high. It's going in instantly in the gym. It hypes me up. It motivates me because I want to get strong. And Sword Art Online, it got me into sword fighting, right? Which, back when I was younger, we did sword fighting all the time. We'd get PVC pipe, and we'd put foam insulation, piping insulation, which was like thin layers of foam, and we'd wrap it in duct tape. And we made several swords, and we used to go somewhere called Play and Sing His Praises, which was a homeschool co-op for God, where you'd learn instruments. And there was like 500 homeschool students. And me and my brother, we'd bring like 20, 30 swords that we made, and we'd just have giant wars on the front yard in between classes. It got me into swords, which swords I'm obsessed with. I love swords. I got several. It got me into VR. It was really what made me interested in VR. So I got into VR around the time the Rift was made. And now like VR is a big part of my life. I mean, I got like what, 6? I have 6 headsets now. I have 2 Quest 2s, Quest 3. I got a Rift S Valve Index, a haptic suit, a whole system up in the ceiling. I made a gaming PC for VR, so it's definitely really impacted my life, butterfly effect wise. It got me into studying the brain too, and like how you can make it a reality, like how Sword Art Online could be real. And I studied dreams for a while, because like my theory was like, what if you could control someone's dream? Then that's how Sword Art Online could work. So it's just butterfly effect. It made me really intrigued in the anime world and the VR world. And that's had a very big impact on my life. Like I've YouTubed VR a lot. What first videos I did was Destiny 2, but besides that, I did like Minecraft here and there. But then it was VR. So it's definitely had a strong impact on my life. Definitely made me want to get stronger. So because of that, I'm putting it instantly in the gym, because it is a strong motivator for me. Next up, we have Vinland Saga. Oh, Vinland Saga, beautiful anime. I'm just now entering season 2. I know it turns into like you have no enemies, and I went through my I have no enemies arc. I think every guy goes through some arc like that. But it was a time I was having a really rough time with a lot of my friends. I had lost a lot of friends. And it was just drama on Discord and stuff like that. It was bullcrap. I was young, it was all stupid. But I like lost all my friends at the time, and there was a lot of people that I like was really ticked off and I didn't get along with at all. And on Instagram, I started getting the "you have no enemies," like Thorfinn, you have no enemies. There's not a single person that deserves to get hurt. And it like made me go through my own I have no enemies phase. So like I listened to The Lamp is Low or Ari on Dancing all the time. I'd stay outside all the time. I started like journaling, working out more, eating healthier. I got like this is like an e-ink tablet, so like it doesn't use LEDs. It uses ink, like plastic ink. So on here, it's like my background and everything is Vinland Saga. It's like you have no enemies. It really, really was good anime. I went through my I have no enemies arc, and it was really nice. It was peaceful, and I need to get back to that. It didn't make me want to work out. It didn't make me do push-ups or scarf down protein. But it made me like ponder existence and my relationship with God. Definitely, it made me grow closer to God, because I was like, I have no enemies. This is the ideology of Jesus Christ. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I don't think I can put it on any of these rankings. It's gonna go in zoned out. It made me binge it. It did help me fix a lot of things in my life, honestly. And it wasn't the anime itself. It was the movement behind it. The whole I have no enemies. On Instagram Reels and all that stuff really helped me out. It helped me watch just a lot of more preaching from God, all that jazz. So it wasn't physically motivating, but it was like spiritually pleasing because of the movement. It actually, no, I'm gonna put it higher. It was probably a scarfing down protein, because first season there was some really good combat, and it did definitely make me do push-ups. It made me eat some ground beef. You know. Whoop, I'm knocking over my headphones. Oh no. Oh gosh. Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, so it did definitely get me working out. It's gonna be a C. It made me rethink things and be a lot happier with myself, honestly. Next off, we have Zom 100. Oof! Zom 100, great anime. Zom 100 is about a guy who, in Japan, was working for this horrible company. They overworked him, underpaid him, which is a big issue in Japan. If a lot of y'all didn't know, there's a huge issue where they won't quit their jobs and they'll literally be worked to death. And it's like about a character who went through that, and a zombie apocalypse hit, and he saw zombies, and he's like, "Oh gosh, I gotta get to work," and he was like running away from these zombies, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Wait, I don't have to go to work anymore." So it's about like this main character who like finally reached the freedom. So he's writing a list of like 100 things he wants to do before he becomes a zombie. So it's about a guy living life to the fullest against these awful circumstances. And there's definitely some motivational parts in it, you know? Like, it didn't get me to do push-ups, but watching it makes me want to live better. Because a lot of the times, my day-to-day is, like, mindlessly scrolling on my phone, or just not being mindful, you know? Being zoned out all day, thinking of stuff, like, it's like making a to-do list of things you need to do, but you're overwhelmed, so instead you, like, reorganize your sock drawer. It's like, it's not bad that you're doing it, but it's not what you should be doing. And Zom 100 really makes me think about that. Like, it makes me think about, like, okay, how is my body withering away? How can I improve it now for a better future? Like, that's why I want to do stretching and running, so I can do more things as I get older. And Zom 100 really makes me think about that. So Zom 100 is definitely going in D. It makes me think about my physique, makes me think about life, and just how I could enjoy life more. It's a really good anime. All right, next off, we have Mob Psycho. Oh, Mob Psycho is good. I listen to so many Mob Psycho edits, like on SoundCloud. That's what I love listening to. Before I watched it, you know. Give me 1 second. My girlfriend's in the gym. Gotta give her some motivation real quick. You know what I mean? Anyways, Mob Psycho. I listen to when I work out. All my music I listen to is on SoundCloud. It really hyped me up. Watched a lot of the edits. It's a great anime, you know. There's definitely parts where it's not as hype, but when it shines bright, you know. It's like, it's not always hype, but when it is, whoo, it is hype. So because of that, I feel like I gotta give it a higher score. It'd probably be push-up level. Let me think about this. Let me really think. I watched this one while I was on the treadmill. Usually when I was watching it, I was running on a treadmill. But I would do push-ups. So I'm going to put it in B, hop on the treadmill. And now there's definitely parts, maybe I feel like I need to even it out. No, it's push-up level. Usually when I watched Mob Psycho, I was running on the treadmill. But there's points where I was just relaxing, like hard days worked out, all that. And I was like, finally relaxed, did all my work around the house, ate all my meals. Let's watch some anime and relax. And I'd turn on Mob Psycho and I'd be like, yeah, and get up and crank out that punch. I'm like, like I want to be strong. I want to be great like these guys. So it's gonna be a honestly push up level. It was a great anime, you know. It really got me hyped up. Next off is 7 Deadly Sins. Oh, 7 Deadly Sins. Now, this is one I watched when I was a lot younger. I was way too young to watch it at the time. And it's like great anime. Good anime, good art style, in my opinion. It's really motivational at a point, but the later seasons, man, they suck. It sucks. It was really good. I felt like it had great story going, telling. And then like, I don't know what happened. It just kind of felt like it fell off. And there's like a lot more of it now. There's like the 4 nights or something. There's like off-branching animes. I've just not been motivated to watch any of them. I don't know. I don't really know. So 7 Deadly Sin has its moments to shine. because of that, I'm probably going to put it in Scarfing Down Protein just because I'm a sucker for fight scenes. And it has some really good fight scenes. It has some really good fight scenes that just really pump me up and make me want to improving it stronger. So it's going in a C. Scarfing Down Protein. Next up is My Hero Academia. Okay. Now hear me out. Just before I get hate, hear me out. I think My Hero is great. I watched it before the fandom got toxic. I think the reason it gets so much hate is because of the community. I think it's a great anime. I think it gets more hate than it deserves, but I think it's because the community completely ruined it. And I think a lot of people can agree with that. Like, the moment someone tells me their favorite anime is My Hero, I start avoiding them. Like that is usually, it's not a good sign if someone's favorite anime is My Hero, you know? But there's definitely some motivational scenes. I've definitely done push-ups to this. Once again, I watched this one when I was really little. But I would put it in a B, most likely. There's definitely parts where it's pushing A, if not S. Like, there's definitely parts where it's like, heck, yeah! I got up, started cranking out push-ups, lifting weights. There's definitely been S moments. But I think it's more of a hop on the treadmill, which is still really good. Because when I hop on the treadmill, it's not like a run. I'm like running over there. It's not like a slight jog. I'm full on running. So it is possibly S, possibly A. There's points where it's an E where I'm zoned out. But there's a lot of really hype points. I feel like I need to give it higher. There's just nothing in B. So I feel like I need to put something in B. But no, I'm going to give this an... I'm going to give it an A, if not S. It's going to go an A. There's definitely push-up moments. There's just some really hype scenes in it. Now, My Hero is something I won't talk about to a lot of people. I'm not caught up either. I think there's like 2 seasons I've missed out on. But it was really good, It was about this quirkless boy. He's pathetic. He's a little crybaby sissy, a little gay wad. And then he just turned into a man, He went through a lot. He experienced a lot of crap. He had to work out and it shows, it's once again, I love seeing someone get stronger. It's my favorite thing about anime is watching someone improve. And we definitely got to see that in My Hero Academia. So because of that, it's going in an A. Okay, next off. Skipping that one. Onimusha. I think I'm butchering that. It's like a CGI almost. CGI. It's about like the swordsman who gets like this demonic gauntlet and gets really strong strength and like has to go take down this one guy. I don't know. Been a while since we watched it. I'll be honest, but it was hype. It was good anime. Made me tear up with that Liquid Man pride once or twice. I'll be real. It got me. There's some great fight scenes. It really did pump me up at certain parts. It's not instantly in the gym. It's not push-up levels. I think it'd probably be in Scarfing Down Protein. It got me hyped. It hyped me up. I think it'd be in it'd probably be Scarfing Down Protein. It wasn't the most motivational. It didn't really get me thinking about my body. I definitely zoned out. It was when I watched when I was relaxed. But there's definitely like 2 or 3 scenes where it made me want to get stronger. And when I get stronger, I don't have enough weights at my house to be strong. I have enough weights at my house to look good, but not to be strong. So when I want to be stronger, I'll just scarf down as much meat as possible. And that became an issue back when I first started watching One Piece, and I went on a bulk. I went from 175 to 225. I ate the house out. Like, I ate all the meat in the house, and I got to the point where my family couldn't afford how much I was eating, so I had to stop the bulk. And I've been too lazy to go on the cut because I'm a lazy piece of crap. But there's definitely points where it pumped me up, so because of that, it's going in Scarfing Down Protein because it made me want to get stronger. Good anime. Next off, we have Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic, I think it's called. Oh boy, I love this anime. I watched that anime when I was like 9 or 10. And I completely forgot about it. And then, like, last year, I revisited. And, boy, oh, boy, it hypes me up. I don't know what it is. I'm just a nerd. I freaking love magic. I love swords. It's like, if I was in that world, how strong would I be? And it hypes me up. It's a really good anime. I wish there was more of it. I don't think they're ever going to come out with more. I don't know. But it's probably an instantly in the gym. Like, there was solid push-up levels. It's solid points where I'd start cranking out push-ups. It was a great anime. It was a great anime. I really liked it. It was really good. I accidentally forgot to put an anime here, so I'm gonna go get that one real quick. I added an anime because I forgot to add it. This is Solo Leveling, and I don't know if y'all have watched Solo Leveling. I haven't watched all of it. I think I've watched 8 episodes, but I read it all. I read the manga a long time ago. Not a long time ago. I think it was 2.5 years ago. But when I read Solo Leveling, I worked at a rock wall at the time. And I wasn't allowed to be on my phone or anything, so I read a crap ton of books. But I brought a Chromebook, and I'd act like I was doing homework because you're allowed to do that. But I was really reading Solo Leveling. And I binge read Solo Leveling within like a month, maybe less. Top, peak, favorite manga, favorite animes of all time. It is so motivational, and it tugs on your heartstring in a way most animes don't. And the whole point was you get to see someone stronger. It's like a video game in the leveling aspect, and you genuinely get to see the evolution of weaker them to stronger them. Like, you actually get to see the progress. And there's a lot of good fight scenes and great storytelling. And those things I'm just a sucker, absolute sucker for. Like, I read a lot of webtoon here and there. I'll delete it and then like re-download it once every other year because I just binge read. But like max level newbie, like I have to survive as a barbarian, 99 level stick, and like Solo Leveling are all some of my like favorite mangas. But Solo Leveling was great. It was embarrassing reading because there was points where like I'd sit at a little table like this, right? And I had a giant rock wall I was in charge of. But there'd be times no one climbed within like the first 3 hours of me working there. But there's times I'd be reading it and I'd be like, yeah. And there's like points. It was one of the only animes where I genuinely didn't see the twist coming, or mangas, books, because most like stories, it's easy to predict. You can tell what's coming, but Solo Leveling has so many crazy, wacky twists. It is so good. I love it. So there's points where I'd be like reading it and be like, okay, no. Oh, sorry. Like, I'd stand up, be like, no! And sit down because it's super awkward. Because I worked at a community center, and it's like a giant hall with a horrible echo. You can drop a pin and it echoes, right? And there's points I'd stand up and be like, oh my gosh! And like, I'd look around and like sit down. It was super embarrassing, but I got so invested in it. Like, there was genuinely times where I'd stand up, and I'd be like, oh, and sit back down. It was really embarrassing because my chair was like the metal scraping the ground was so loud. It was so embarrassing, but that happened like more than 10 times. And it made me cry a lot too. I'm emotional when it comes to books. I get really invested in TV series and books and everything. But there's just parts I did not see coming, and it made me tear up. Like, I remember one point when something, I'm not going to spoil, a lot of people are like, oh, this anime is kind of cheesy. Like, oh, that was necessary. They're just trying to make the main character look good. Like Nux Taku. Just wait. Like, when I tell you it gets better. It gets better. Oh my gosh. But there's one really emotional part where someone dies. And I was crying. Like I was trying not to stop. I was covering my mouth like this. Trying not to cry. I was like... And I was like acting like it was a cough. I was like crying, reading it in this public place. And I had like 2 families come up, asked to climb the wall. And I was like, yeah, I got you. And I was like, it's okay. And like, I had to put the harness on them, like have the parents sign the waiver, had the kids sign the waiver. I was like harnessing the kid. I'm like, yeah, okay. So when you, okay, are you going to do the easy wall or like the hard? Okay. Yeah. And I was like choking back tears. And then they were climbing the wall and I was still thinking about it. Like, they interrupted me in the middle of a cliffhanger. And like, I'd let the families climb for like 30 minutes each, So it was like an hour of them climbing. And I was like, what happens next? And I was like, instructing the kid on the best way to climb the wall, and I was crying, like choking back tears the whole time. It was really tough, but holy crap, this is an amazing anime. When they released the first episode, I made a music edit on it on SoundCloud. Like, I made my first song because it hyped me up. I used like a background song of Sword Art Online. But oh, I love it. I love it. It is instantly in the gym. This is like my number one hype anime. Honestly, it's so phenomenally good, so motivational. It really, really pumps me up. It is just so good. There's something about it. Now, the last anime, Redo of the Healer. All right, Redo of the Healer. My friend tricked me into watching this. Sleepover. Hey guys, really good anime. Colton West, I'm looking at you. Great anime. You're really gonna like it. Never watched this anime. It is the most disgusting thing ever. I got 8 episodes deep. Most people don't make it past the 3rd episode. I was genuinely depressed for like a week straight. This stuff scarred me. Okay, this is not motivational. Like, it was. I don't even know what to say. It was disgusting. It was horrible anime. Anyways, so now that we're done with that, yeah, that's it. That's the animes I recommend the most. This is my scale of animes that hype me up the most. So the S rank, instantly in the gym. We got Demon Slayer, Hunter x Hunter, Hajime no Ippo, Lookism, Sword Art Online, Magi, The Magic Labyrinth, Solo Leveling. Push-up level, so I'm at my room, kind of tired, starts doing push-ups. We got Haikyuu, 7 Seeds, One Piece. One Piece is amazing. I almost want to put it in instantly in the gym, but there's certain arcs where it's just not that motivational, One Piece, Record of Ragnarok, really good. Mob Psycho 100, My Hero Academia. Hop on the treadmill, so it motivates me. I'll hop on the treadmill that I have and start running, that God gave me. We have High Rise Invasion and Bubble, which Bubble's a beautiful movie. Scarfing Down Protein. Usually this is when I want to get stronger. I want to get buffer, so I'll just eat a ton of meat. We got Black Clover, Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Vinland Saga, 7 Deadly Sins, and Onimushu. I still don't know how to pronounce that. Thinking of my physique, it got me thinking of my body, what I need to improve, what I need to work out more. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Baki, Eden's Zero, Shaman King, Rising of the Shield Hero, and Zom 100. Great anime. And then Zoned Out, which is usually like, it was really good, so I kind of just binged it. Didn't get me working out, kind of motivated me, really just binging. We got Cyberpunk Edge Runner, Dr. Stone, and Don Da Don. Straight Napping, good anime, but I kind of played in the background, might have fallen asleep to it, was Full Metal Alchemist, just because, I watched it a lot when I was younger, so it doesn't really hype me up, but it's still a really good anime. Never should have been made. This deserves to burn in hell and left to rot for all of eternity. We got Redo of the Healer. So yeah, that is my scale. I've never done tier list. I hope it was good. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you guys have any animes that really hype you up, make you want to improve yourself, link it, comment in below, because I'm looking for some more anime. I'm still binging One Piece, but if there's any animes out there, swap it up a bit that really motivate me. I'd love to hear it. Tell me your thoughts on this chart. What would you have changed differently? What would you have put where? If you're looking to work out, man, I recommend watching Hajime no Ippo, or even Lookism. It's really good. Lookism got me doing my skincare again, which is just like a mixture of things I made myself. But it's really good. It's motivational. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I've never done a video like this, kind of just more one-on-one, getting to know me more. I think I enjoy making this kind of stuff more. So I hope you all liked it. Comment, subscribe. Once again, comment what you think of this tier list. What would you have changed? Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.